All right, thank you all so much for being with me today. My name is Brittany Maxwell. I am a platinum consultant. My team name is Vision Quest, but I am also a subset or a sister team of Team Sky, whatever you want to call it, or just in that umbrella of our teams. You guys, my mentor is Emily Jimenez. I absolutely love her. She's absolutely fabulous. But I've been with the organization over 2 years. I started in May of 2021. And guys, today we're going to be doing mock bookings, right? I do mock bookings almost every Thursday. I say almost because I am a homeschool mom, so my schedule has adjusted a little bit. I'm going into next month. So I think there's one Thursday next month that I won't be doing mock bookings, but it's all right. All right, guys, school, homeschool, life, we got to live it, right? So today, y'all, we're going to be going over vacation package mock booking and how I post mock bookings. Everybody does mock bookings differently. So I do recommend going into several different trainings so that you guys can see the different ways you're able to post mock bookings. But with our mock bookings, it is a way for us to get our hard sales, promotions, deals, out to the public so that the public can see what we have available and what we can offer for our clients. You guys, I've been doing mock bookings for 2 years, over 2 years. And out of this entire 2 years that I've been doing mock bookings, I attach a jot form to my mock bookings, but I have never actually booked the trip that my mock booking has put out there. So every mock booking that I've created, I have not had someone reach out to me for that specific booking, but my mock bookings, every time I put them out to the public, I have someone reach out to me for a trip. It's just not the mock booking that I put together, okay? So the form of mock bookings, that advertising, it does work, okay? It works, and you guys, we've been doing it I've been in the organization 2 years, but there are people in the organization that have been 4, 5, 6, 7 years now. So this is a tried and true process that will really help you get those sales, right? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Mock bookings, guys, I love them because there's so many different ways that you can put together a mock booking. So you have your mock bookings that you can go directly to social media, right? You can just save some of the images from the resort, some of the beach images or the surrounding area, and you can put those images directly onto social media with the script and the price. Right. Or you can use Canva and you can put together flyers. You can put together like postcards, magazine style templates. Or you guys can get even fancier than that, right? You can turn your mock bookings into videos and into reels, right? There's so many different ways that you can make your content stand out. Okay. And y'all, there's 30 some of us in our training right now, 37, including myself. So we all have to find our groove as to really what works for us, okay? And if you guys are on social media right now, you're active on social media, you know that reels and videos, those are kind of really big right now. I say kind of, but they're big, right? Those videos and reels are big. So turning your mock bookings into different videos and reels, right? Those get seen a lot further and a lot faster. Okay. All right, you guys. Everybody can see my screen. Just confirming that. Let me just make sure. Yes, just let me know that you guys can see my screen. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Vax is one of my favorites when it comes to our travel bookings because we have so much inside of Vax. We can book packages. We can book flights only. We can book hotels only. We can book activities only. So the options are there. And also the vendors inside of Vax. These are all of the different vendors that we have inside of this one platform, right? Exotica is fairly new. I love Exotica, but I'm really big on tours. So yeah, if you guys are new into Vax, right, get into the vendors, play around with them. You guys will find the ones you love, and you guys will understand, kind of which locations work for which, right? So for Vegas, you guys, we could choose Southwest Vacations. So that's what I'm going to choose. But I will go back to Apple Vacations if I don't find the price range that I'm looking for. All right. And all of my mock bookings I normally do from New Orleans, because a lot of the groups that I share my content in on Facebook, they're around my location. Okay. We have an airport in Baton Rouge, but it's not as good as Louis Armstrong Airport. So I always use New Orleans for my departing destination. Right. So Southwest Vacations, flight and hotel, because we are doing that vacation package, right? And we're going to Vegas, right? Las Vegas. Right. I want to drive. I'm going to just leave it as 2 adults, you guys, but I want to do it for the Labor Day weekend, because I know that's really close, but I also want to take advantage of kind of the closing of summer. Right. We're homeschool, you guys, but even when we weren't homeschool, the Labor Day was really the closing of summer going into the school year. So I feel like those last minute Labor Day deals, those last minute, Labor Day travels, that's going to really appeal to travelers, right? Especially if, you didn't get that vacation time during the summer like you planned on it. Okay. So we have 4 nights, Labor Day, just for 2 adults in Las Vegas. I want to add that travel protection, right? And just let me click on search. All right, guys, I'm going to go back and forth from Vax to Zoom just to make sure I'm not missing anybody's questions. So if there's a pause in me speaking, that's just me going back and checking the chats and making sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay. All right, so with Southwest, we have Vax will do a really good job of pulling some of the best airfare for the location, but I'm just going to double check and make sure there's not any nonstop flights. Okay, all right, there's 1 nonstop flight, we'll see, and that's the one that I want to get. It does raise the price a little bit, but I am a huge fan of nonstop flights, so I'm just going to go with it. I don't know anybody that's not a fan of nonstop flights, though. All right, so yeah, it did raise it a little bit, but I'm just going to be okay with that. Let's see, 5:55 to 7:30, 6:10 to 11:30, right? Let me see about the return flight. I kind of want to get an earlier return flight just to see. Okay, I think I'm just going to stick with the one that they suggested. Yes. Okay, yep. All right, see guys, Vax does a really good job of getting the best flights available for us. All right, so the next option is going to be our hotel. All right, so let me just click on hotels. They did select the Flamingo. I like the Flamingo, but let me just see what other options that they have available. Right, if you want to see the images of the resort, you just click on that resort name and it will pull up the images. Right, it'll give you the amenities to the room, the dining, the activities, so that you will be able to see any of the resort images. Okay, so if we don't like that one, we can just go down to the MGM. All right, and I love this resort, you guys. This happens to be one of my favorite resorts out in Vegas. I love it. And look at their lazy pool, right? So just a little bit of information about the resort, right? And everything that we need, right? The mandatory fee, $39 per room per day, and the rooms, right? We can just click on the room, Studio King, right? Grand 2, we're just going to leave it as the Studio King, right? 600 points. What's the difference? Let's see. Okay, I'm not seeing a difference. Okay, we're just going to click this one then. All right, we select it. right? And I'm just making sure that everything looks good. If you want a different hotel, you guys have the option of putting together a different hotel. As you guys can see, it's kind of one of the easiest mock bookings. I'm just going to say that because, you know, Las Vegas, you guys, it's just straightforward, right? We can get nonstop flights from New Orleans. It took me three and a half hours to get from New Orleans to Las Vegas. So it's a fairly reasonable time frame. All right, let me just get a couple of these images. And I'm just going to save this to my desktop. I just back click on it and I save the image. And I'm just going to save it to my downloads. All right, and I'll definitely want an image of the pool. And the room styles are going to vary based on what you choose and what's available. You can add a few of the room selections, you guys, just to add that out there. All right, let me save this image. All right, and I'm going to save a room image. Okay. So we did the King. Let's double check the room. All right, Studio King. If they have the Studio King room, I'll save that, but that's the grand guest room. That's not it. Executive King Suite. Okay, so they might not have it. That's okay. I want to save the pool. I usually always use the images from inside of our vendors, because if we go to Google and we try to use Google's images from any of the resorts, they might pull up. So if you put your mock bookings on your Google page, they will not go live, okay? Because they will pull up in the Google's Maps and search. So I do recommend using the images that are in the vendor site to reduce it being flagged and taken down from Google. All right, so let me save. So that's the Studio King. We'll save that one. I just wasn't looking in the right spot. All right. And I'm just going to leave this up because I want to be able to get any of this information too, just in case. So we have all of this information. Do I want a rental car? We can add the rental car because we are doing a full vacation package. So we'll just do an automatic. All right, standard, sports utility. All right, we'll just do this one. All right, and the features, okay? Sometimes you guys, they will pop up any shows that's available. So we do have that travel protection on there. Want to make sure that's there. Okay, if we scroll down just a little bit, so there are some shows that's available. You have Cirque du Soleil, self-guided foodie tour, Grand Canyon tour. So there are different options as far as tours. So we can add, let's just do, I'm going to do the Grand Canyon tour and the Hoover Dam, right? And we'll do it for the 3rd, which is on a Sunday, right? And we'll add that to cart. Right, so if you don't want to add an activity, that's fine. You don't have to. You could just leave that activity off, okay? So we have our nonstop airfare, you guys. We have our location, the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino. Right, we have the rental car. Right, we have, they actually earn rapid points, a tour, and also the vacation protection plan, all right? So we see that total days to departure is 15, which is not too far away. And if someone reaches out to me for this specific booking to go to Vegas for Labor Day, it is within that 21-day booking procedure. So I will have to follow that 21-day booking procedure. All right. But, all right, so it shows us the price per person. But what I'm going to do, y'all, because it is so close, it's only 15 days away, I'm going to break it down per day. All right. So it's 5 days. Right, September 1st, and check out on the 5th. So I'm just going to divide that price per person by the 5 days, and we'll just put together this quote or this mock booking, excuse me, based on that day price instead of the per person price, okay? Right, and if you want to see how much the commission would be on this, right, you click on booking administration, and it's going to pull up the gross payment, right? And it's also going to pull up your commission. So the commission for this booking would be $196. I could add commission to it, right? I could add 350, whatever, you know, I could add up to, I think it's $2,000, but guys, you don't want to add $2,000 of commissions to this because they're not going to book with you right there. They're not going to do that. Right. But you could add, you know, a little bit extra if you wanted to. What I would do is I would price compare before adding anything to make sure that, you know, you're not going way over what can be actually offered. All right, and I'm going to email this to myself so that I'll have this in my email. And I can just go back to it if I need it. And I also like to save my mock bookings also. Just in case if someone does reach out to me for this, I will be able to go back to it by the saved itinerary. And you can find your save itinerary at the very bottom of the VAX screen. And I always put the date too. Right, and it is saved. Okay, so I have all that. Let me go into Zoom and make sure I'm not missing anybody's questions. Oh, so I said do the foodie tour. Okay, I can go back and change that. Let's change it to the foodie tour. I haven't put anything together yet, so let's see. Oh, lip smacking foodie tour, 5 p.m. or lip smacking foodie tour beverage package. Of course, if you're in Vegas, you're gonna want to drink. I don't know what they're thinking there. Okay, and we'll take off the other one. All right, so let's take off the Grand Canyon. Okay. All right, and that does lower the price just a little bit too, because that Grand Canyon tour was it was a little bit more expensive. Okay, so we have everything that we need right here. We've saved a couple of the pictures. If I need any of the details of the resort, I'll just click on that and I'll be able to pull that up. Okay, so y'all, I have Canva already pulled up. I don't have a template already. So I'll go ahead and type in my search. Let me do travel flyer and see what kind of templates it pulls up for me. Okay, let's see. I know I'm going to add more than one image. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm just going to get this one. Right, it'll pull up different ones for me to choose from. I will see. And I'm going to use this one. Right, I'm just going to customize the template. All right, so I already have the images that I want. I already have some of the wording because that is in VAX, right? And I already have a script put together. I did do that, you guys, so that's a good thing, right? So with Canva, the reason I'm going to use Canva, you guys, is I am on my laptop. When I try to post on Facebook, directly through Facebook, I can only add one image from my desktop or my laptop. So I use Canva. That way I can add multiple if I decide to do that. Okay. So the really cool thing about Canva, right? I'm going to change some of the images right here. So there's the background and there's 3 little circle images, right? So I'm going to go to elements, right? And I'm going to go down to their photos, right? I'm going to click see all, and I'm going to type in Las Vegas. And Canva is going to give me different Las Vegas images that I'm going to be able to choose from. Okay. And I'll just choose one of these and a couple of the other ones. And we'll put those in the place of what you see on the flyer and just put our information onto it. Right. Okay, that didn't work. Let me delete that. So let me click it. Right, and just hover over. If it doesn't look good, that's okay, right? If it doesn't look good, just choose a different one. All right, there we go. That one looks okay. Let's go to And I use templates, you guys, because time is of the essence. And if I can get a little bit of help putting together my content and getting it out to the public, why would I not? All right, vacations with Brittany. I spelled my name wrong. All right, there we go. All right, and let's see. I already have a little bit of information put up that I want to get on there. So let me get that. So I'm going to do, I got this one already pulled up. Let me show you. Okay, no, not going to be. All right, I just have to be a little bit smaller. Okay, all right, that's all right. All right, let me go back onto Zoom. Onto Vax, right? So this is the information that we have, all right? You can copy and paste this information, or you could just build it together onto the flyer itself. So that's what I am going to do, right? Let me go back onto our Canva. Share this tab, and let me go ahead and upload those images from the resort that we took. And I'll be able to put those in place of the images on the flyer. Right, so MGM, right, we can click it, we can edit the photo, and we crop it. All right, click done. All right, and the second one, let me upload another image. Right, I want to do the pool. Of course, I'm going to do the pool. Right, and we're going to put that in that place, okay? And the last one, I did grab 2 images of the pool. I would really like to just stick with the pool image. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, you guys can probably hear my kid bouncing around in his room. I can hear him. I think he's jumping on his bed. I will get him shortly. All right, so MGM. All right, that's nice. I like that. Okay. All right, so, and this is where I'm going to put all of the information, okay? So the package, accommodations, transportations and meals, sightseeing, airport transfers, and photographs, okay? We can delete this, right? Either one of them, we'll just do that, right? And we'll move this over. Or we could just leave it and just delete it as we need to, right? So we can do vacation package, our package, all right? Accommodations. We do have that rental car, so we can add in rental car. Right, and the meals, no meals are included. Take that off of there. All right, let's go back on to Vax and make sure. Okay, round trip airfare. All right, okay. So I'm just editing it as we go. Airport, round trip. Right, round trip airfare from New Orleans. Right, and sightseeing. All right, let's make sure. Okay, I'm going to copy this tour. All right, and lip smacking foodie tour. All right, we're going to put that on there. Okay. All right, let me go back onto Zoom, you guys, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Pro is worth it. Yes, absolutely. Let's see, use Canva all the time. You get frustrated because you don't have Canva Pro. I do it by the year, you guys, because it honestly is cheaper if you do it by the year. I know that, you know, it's $100 for the whole year, but it really does. It saves you probably like $20 or $30 if you do it by the year. It is worth it too, because you're able to connect all of your social media pages to Canva Pro. So that way you can use Canva to send your content to all of those platforms. All you have to do is copy the content, the template. That way you have it for each platform. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so let's see, rental car, accommodations, rental car, round trip airfare from New Orleans, lip smacking foodie tour. All right. All right, accommodations. Okay. All right, special offer. All right, let's see if there's a special offer on Vax. Let's see. Just to earn rapid points. We can, yeah, I'm not worried too much about the rapid points. Okay, so round trip airfare, all right, accommodations. All right, let's do for 2. All right, let's go back on here. Let's go to Las Vegas, vacations with Brittany. All right, let me, special offer. All right, this is where I'm going to put my Labor Day, my little Labor Day quote sort of thing. You know, work harder, travel harder, celebrate Labor Day by discovering the beauty of the world. Escape this Labor Day. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to say on this Labor Day, trade your to-do list for a travel itinerary and create memories that last a lifetime. Okay, yes, that's what I'm going to put. Paste and just make this right here. Okay, if I have to make it a little bit smaller, I will. There. Okay, all right, and let's take this off of here. All right, so let's do vacation package. Vacation package for 2 adults, okay? Let's see, we're gonna move this up because that's where I'm gonna put the price. All right, so all of that information is pretty much together. You guys, I'm taking a little bit longer just so I can talk you through this. But when it comes to the actual price, everybody is different. Some people don't put prices on their mock bookings, but I, on the other hand, do, because when I'm shopping, even if I'm just window shopping, I want to see a price of something, even if it's just that starting price, okay? Even if, you know, those prices fluctuate, I still want to have that starting price, okay? So let me go back onto Zoom. I say Zoom, Vax. All right. So it was $13.21 per person. So I'm just going to say $13.22. Excuse me, y'all. Now let's see, $13.22 per person. All right. And all right, so it's going to be $264.40 per day. So I'm just going to say $265 per day per person. All right. Let's do. And let me do this little asterisk too. And we'll do like I do my little asterisk right there, you guys. And I'll do like a little note at the bottom. And that little asterisk says the price may fluctuate based upon availability or until that deposit is made. Okay. And so let's just line that up a little. Okay, vacation package. Okay, I know I still have to edit a couple more things, but that, you guys, is really pretty much, you know, the gist of it. All right. So what you could do, instead of putting all of this information onto a flyer, you could just turn this, all of this verbiage into an actual post and just put the images itself onto social media. Right. So let me put my site. right? And I cannot spell. Right, vacations with Brittany.com. Okay, make sure I spelled that right. All right, so I want to put my QR code. So let me go to apps, right here to apps. Right, and let me just type in QR code. Right, and let me grab my website and let me put that on there. I could just type in the domain, but here lately it's been giving me issues when I do that. So let me just grab the actual link, copy the link, and let me put that right here, right? We paste and it generates that code for you. So if they scan this code, it goes directly to my website. Right? So I can just make it a little bit smaller. I know it's smaller, but you know, with our phones, you guys, we have the option of like zooming in and all of that stuff. Okay. All right. For more information, visit our website at Vacations with Brittany. You could do more of a call to action. You could do, you know, if to reserve this booking, call such and such, or you know, whatever your call to action is. Okay. So let me add this little insert right here. I did put price subject to fluctuate based upon availability and departure. Right. So if they decide that, you know, if someone reaches out to me from, you know, not my location, they understand that, you know, the price may change based upon that location. Okay, $265 per person per day. Price subject to fluctuate based upon availability and departure. All right, our package accommodations, rental car, round trip airfare from New Orleans, and lip smacking foodie tour. So it has all of the information and it has that basic starting point. So I will send this directly to Facebook from Canva. So what I will do is I will click share, right? And I'm going to share to social. I can share directly to my Facebook page, but when it comes to Instagram, I have to schedule it out because it's that business page. So let me just share it to, oh, download, not download, share. All right, let me go to Facebook. Right, and see, this is where you have that option to write a post. Okay, so I already have a little post that I'm going to put up. Let me grab that. So it's just a little catchy Labor Day post. Not even a catchy Labor Day post. It's more of like a Las Vegas post, right? But I'm going to put some Labor Day stuff in there. So it says, lost in neon paradise of Las Vegas, from the dazzling lights of the strip to the thrill of the tables, the city never sleeps, and neither do we. Ready to roll the dice, soak in the iconic sights, and dance the night away. Viva Las Vegas. All right. And I added hashtags. All right. And I do want to incorporate that Labor Day. So let me figure out how I'm going to be able to do that. All right. So I'm going to do clocking out for adventure this Labor Day. All right. Let's see. All right, I know what I'll do. All right, so clocking out for adventure this Labor Day. We're going to write get lost in the neon paradise of Las Vegas. Right? That sounds so good. It does. And I'm not going to put any verbiage from the flyer onto the post. I'm just going to leave the post like it is. But the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hashtag my business. Right. And I also want to grab my quote form, my jot form, and I also want to put that on there also. So let me grab that real fast and let me put that on there. All right, here we go, my jot form. All right, let me get in. All right, and let me grab this, okay? All right, let me copy. Okay. So let me put that right here. Okay. That's my chat form, and I can do request your quote today. All right, and contact Brittany today to reserve this package. All right, there we go. All right, and it's got some hashtags. When it goes to Instagram, you guys, I will add more hashtags. All right, clocking out for adventure this Labor Day. Get lost in the neon paradise of Las Vegas. Let's see, making sure everything is spelled correctly. If you guys come into my trainings, I am forever spelling something wrong, but you know, I'm human, right? I'm only human. All right, so the only other thing you could do, you guys, you could add your phone number. You could just, you know, change any of the verbiage, whatever, you know, kind of works for you. I'll take you over to Facebook so you guys can see that. And when it comes to using the same flyer to post for another platform, I will go up to File and I will make a copy. All right, and then I will send it to another platform. So if I want to post it on LinkedIn, I'll just make a copy of it and then post it to LinkedIn. I do that because I don't want to mess up the original. So if it's on Facebook, I want to leave that Facebook post to that Facebook post. And the reason is because when I schedule them out, so if I'm doing content for a week and I'm working on, like I do my mock bookings the day of, but it's say if I'm working on content for my page for the week and I have one post that I want to go to 5 different platforms, I will make 5 different copies of it so that I have a copy of each for each platform. So let me go onto my social media and I will show you guys what it looks like on, oh, I didn't mean to click memories. Let me go pages and go to my business page. Let me just switch over. All right, vacations with Brittany. Okay. And here it is. So 45 minutes, and that was with me talking a ton throughout the entire time. So you could really do mock bookings in, you know, 15 to 30 minutes, right? You're just taking that information, putting it onto, you know, either directly to the platform itself or using that third-party platform so that you can get it out there. And I always add hashtags, you guys, because hashtags, you know, that's how we get our content seen even further. So it's not, you know, it's not an hour-long process, and it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as your information is correct, as long as your spelling is correct and it looks good, you guys will just play around with it and kind of, you know, just see what works for you. All right, give me 1 second.